I'm Honor Janetsky, founder of Consciously Creative Motherhood and also founder of Awakened Motherhood, my 12-week online transformational program for women, for mamas. And today I'm so pleased to have beautiful Rhonda Brower here to share her story, her experience with you. So, hi, Rhonda.
Hi, Honor.
Thanks so much for coming on.
Yeah.
Such a joy to just hold space for you today as you share. We really didn't do a lot of planning because one of the biggest pieces of what we practice and what Awakened Motherhood teaches is really about allowing. So Rhonda and I are just going to move in flow today, and we just talked about where to begin, which is with why Awakened Motherhood. What led you to do this at this time in your life, and what were you wanting?
Well, I remember just being an anxious child. So always taking care of all the things, being the good girl, overachiever that only got worse in college and graduate school, perfectionist. I think I perfected that in those years. So you get through that, and motherhood and marriage, just hits you like a ton of bricks. So that was my experience. So when you found me, I think I was in a pretty desperate, dark place. So I was more than ready. And you were just like a beacon of light in the night when I needed it. So I had had pretty significant family trauma a couple of years back. Long story short, I was separated from my husband for a while. I mean, we were talking child custody and that kind of thing. So through a lot of counseling, we reconciled and got that, got our miracle. It really was. We were both just different people after that. But a lot of nightmares and panic, anxiety habits. Just I couldn't get past that. I couldn't reach full forgiveness, So it just got worse and worse. Just anxious, panic attacks at night, insomnia, all of that. Just over little things. So my anxiety just got worse and worse over the years. So by the time you found me, I was just desperate and ready for help. I think you just found me on my back, just screaming, "Uncle, uncle, help." I was desperate. You told me exactly that you could help me. And I just said, okay.
Yeah. I think your words were after we had our initial conversation and I heard what was going on with you, and I knew 100% I could help you. And there was a pause, and then you just said, "Can you help me? Can you help me?"
I remember that.
And I thought, oh, yeah. Yes. And I'm so glad that you are really ready. You were
so ready.
Yes. So what had you tried? So for you, the anxiety was really manifesting as a lot of panic, and it was waking you up at night, and it was kind of, it had a real grip on you and your nervous system. And I also know it was stopping you from doing the things you wanted to do. Like it was really getting in the way of going out and living your life and moving forward, even though you'd already made the decision you were going to move forward. It wasn't.
I couldn't.
You couldn't do it. Yeah, you couldn't.
I didn't know how. I was afraid of my anxiety. I was afraid of panic attacks. So I avoided everything that might cause that. Mm-hmm. And it got worse and worse that even little things did that. I didn't know when it would start. I couldn't control it, and I was afraid of it. And you talked about that in your introductory webinar, that you can control your anxiety. And I never even thought that was possible.
Yeah.
And so in 12 short weeks, I mean, not only did I feel calmer, did I feel better, I mean, I felt good. And now I feel thriving.
Yeah.
So to have that in 12 weeks, it's profound.
It's miraculous, isn't it? I mean, I know we use that word a lot, and we kind of, and we laugh when we say it because it seems so strange to realize that we are able to create miracles in our own lives. But that's exactly what you've done. You went 110% into using everything that I teach. and really committed to it. And you have created profound shifts in your life. It's just such a
I
gift
knew
to
I needed
watch.
to, for dear life. I know I needed to. And you
Yeah.
just, you just, you know what moves the needle for women. And the pacing, the content, how you delivered it, the support. I mean, all of it is just brilliant and just what I needed at the right time.
Thank
So
you.
I just wanted to feel better, but now I feel the best that I have had since probably since I've been a mother. And I've got a senior in high school this year and a
Long time.
sophomore and an 11-year-old too. So
Yeah, right
a
on.
long
That's a
time
yes. Now that's a
to feel like I was surviving. I mean, I had good days, and stuff, but to feel I can be self-regulating now. I know how to calm myself. I can choose my attitude. I can choose my energy during the day. My insomnia is gone. My energy is amazes me every day. And I had such fatigue before.
yeah,
I
you
feel
were
control. I
exhausted.
feel power. I feel hope.
You yes. That was one of the hugest things I think when you came in, you were so exhausted and needing to like shut down. Just your body was just shutting you down because throughout the day because you weren't able um to finish your day without kind of rebooting
Yeah.
and that changed as well to where you realize there's a steady flow of energy
Yeah.
and you have access to it now, which is so great to see.
Well, I remember checking you out in the beginning. I watched the Facebook Lives with the interviews of the calm, happy, relaxed mothers. And the first time we met, I said, I want to be one of those.
Yes. And look at you
And
now.
I am.
You're here. Yes, you did it. I love it. Will you share with women one of the really remarkable things about and why I'm so glad you're here to share is that you are a seeker and a researcher and a resourcer, and a lot of my clients are as well. A lot of women who I'm on the phone with and saying like, "What have you tried before?" There is quite a significant list of things, and that was you as well. So you had tried. Just remind me, nutrition, like some pretty drastic nutrition interventions. You had tried so many other forms of healing and natural remedies, and
Mhm.
um, what else? I know I can't even. I'm not even remembering.
Nutrition for sure. I mean, I have every natural calmative available on the market, trying to control how I was feeling. Essential oils, um,
Yoga, meditation.
chiropractic, massage. I'm big on yoga and fitness, and they all would help a certain amount,
Right,
you
right.
know, but they never got to the source, and that was my mindset.
Hmm. Yeah, and that's a
It
big
was my thoughts.
distinction. Yeah.
So,
Yeah. How much do you think your thoughts were impacting the way that you felt and keeping you in the same place before?
well, we talked about, I mean, I was 2 weeks into your program when I remember I said, Honor, I feel like I have a magic wand.
Yeah.
And that's not an over exaggeration at all. So, yeah,
Yeah. How do you um
I know what to do.
yeah. So the piece for me about that is that you realize that once you learn the tools and how to use them, you realize that you could change the way you felt
Hmm.
about anything in any moment.
Yeah.
And one of the beautiful things about that I just want everybody to know is that once you dial that in, like I just would love to hear how you describe this process because I don't know that I describe it so well, but it isn't about just getting happy, kind of like settling with the way things are, and people can sort of
No.
they misunderstand that. So how would you
Mhm.
explain? It's really about you change the way you feel, and then this other miraculous piece happens where things shift.
Well, just piece by piece. I mean, the way you present it, the way you teach it, and then we start doing it, and everything looks differently. I remember starting the program and saying, okay, I want this and this fixed about my husband, this and this fixed about my kids, and I mean, we did talk about those things, and it just seemed it was all about me.
Mhm.
By 2/3 into the program, I realized it's like, wow, I don't even, all that stuff had fallen away and they
Mhm.
didn't change. I did. I mean, I
Yeah.
think they shifted because I did, but the work was in me. So, no.
Yeah. I love that. And you it works because you're ready to know that about yourself.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
That was a message that really connected for you. Like you can change this. And you were like, yes, I'm ready. Yes, and I'm ready
Yep.
to do the work. And
You
so
did. You gave me a magic wand and I did it and I have been doing it. And I know how to continue to do it.
yeah, awesome.
The hope, the relief I feel. I just wanted relief. But that's
Yes.
just, I feel the hope, I feel the power, I feel I can do it.
Will you share with us some of the differences that it's made in your life since you're feeling this way about your life and in your body, since your energy is steady and your mind is really clear and focused on the right things? What do you feel like, just sort of tangibly around you? How do you know it's different?
The way my husband interacts with me, the way my kids interact with me. I mean, I wanted to strangle my teenage boys the first few calls, remember?
Yeah, and they were strangling each other.
And it's just everything just shifted because I shifted.
Mhm.
I am a whole person. I show up whole, ready. I know what I want. I know what I want to create. I let everybody have their own stuff. I have my own stuff. I'm not taking on everybody's emotions. I'm not taking their behavior personally.
Huge.
I mean, everything just shifted, and my circumstances have not changed.
Yeah. Yes.
I feel
And
hope. I feel like I want to get up. I don't feel like I need a nap.
you're not having to shut down, withdraw, and unplug like you were before.
I didn't know how to handle things. So if I got to a point, I just shut down. I may need a nap. I give up. I lived in defeat.
Oh.
So I can deal with things. And it's not that things are perfect at all.
Mhm.
I know how to deal with things. I know how to make myself feel better. If things are going not good, I know exactly what to do to calm myself, how to deal with it, and how to make myself feel better. And I know how to move forward.
Mhm. Yes.
Yeah.
What would you say to anyone who tunes in today and is watching and thinks like, um, well, yeah, but how the limitation is so
Oh, sure. I thought that too.
pervasive,
I thought that too.
right? So, but that moved for you. That moved for you. That limitation. You really shifted out of the yeah, but kind of thinking,
Mm-hmm.
and have something you're really good at is you keep opening um, to the thought that it's possible and just asking, you just kept asking for help. Like, well, how do I do it? So I
Mm-hmm.
know you're saying this is possible and you really did believe that. So just show me how to get from the yeah, but to the place where I'm in it. I'm already there. I'm on the other side of this. What would you say to somebody who's really just saying like, well, yeah, but I don't think I can do it, or but
Yeah.
the conditions of my life are just so that it's too hard.
No. If you're ready to make the choice and do the work, there's no way that it couldn't work. I mean, the tools work if you work the tools
Yeah.
and you give me them one at a time and you just stay with me gently till I get them and use them and keep using them. And once you know how to use them, they feel so powerful and there's no way you're going to go back. I mean, at some point you reach the point where it's like, you're ready to live on the other side of this and to live differently and from a different place.
Mhm.
So it's a decision, and the tools are there. If you work the tools, it'll work for you. Work the program is what I always said.
Yeah, that's right.
So, and it's completely doable. I mean, you can take it in bits and pieces if you want. I liked having my earbuds in the kitchen, listening to calls of other people, because as you have the calls, you're listening to your issues, of course, but then you're listening to all the other ladies, and they're all in so different life circumstances, but you
Mm.
realize how much you're the same, and so you're hearing all those, issues and how to deal with them too. So you're getting such support in all areas the whole 12 weeks. And you feel like you have plenty of time. You really do.
Mm-hmm.
You have plenty of time to integrate and learn and fall and get back up. And
Yeah.
the support is amazing. I mean, you are just always there. And with the calls as often as they are, you never far away from any kind of support. The Facebook group, the gals in the group are just awesome. I was just texting with one last night.
Mm.
Bea, what she said about me on Facebook. Sweetheart.
Yeah, that's sweet.
It's
Yeah,
like
big
you
props.
tell these people stuff you would never tell anybody. And I don't plan to tell anybody ever again. So the support you get from everybody is just amazing. And you're all doing the same thing, just at different levels.
Yeah.
So if you work the program, it works. And it's completely doable. At some point it just became my oxygen. It's like I moved heaven and earth to get my modules watched, and all the different things I needed to get done. I made sure they got done. It did. It became my oxygen. It felt like such relief. I had
Mm-hmm.
to make the time, and I did.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and um, you are see one of the big things is that you are able to see your results as they were coming from the
Hmm.
start. From the start,
And you helped us see them.
yeah.
You wouldn't let us brush by them. You
Yeah,
would
it's a
tell.
big mental shift from like
Yes,
every
you are
looking at
huge.
everything that's going wrong to, oh my gosh, look at all that I'm doing right. And I'm doing
That
more
was a
right
big
every
piece.
day.
Yeah, yeah.
Lately.
So many of us are like that, and you slow us down to make sure
Mhm.
that we see all that we're doing right. You
Mhm.
love us until we can love ourselves.
Oh, that's very sweet.
So, should I tell my hummingbird story?
Yes, I think so. Let's do
So
it.
I just graduated last week, and I was doing some morning meditation. It was just a wonderful morning, and I had the patio door open a little bit, and I heard this big noise. Didn't know what on earth it was. It was a hummingbird that it came inside and was beating against my big living room windows, trying to get out. And it just spent all this time banging on the windows, banging its head against the wall and doors and just everywhere. It was all the way across the room. It was just frantic, banging its head against the wall. You felt so sorry for it. Eventually, it landed on the ceiling fan, and it was just beautiful. And it had time and space and perspective to think. I mean, I think it knew we believed it could, you know. And then after a few minutes, it was just still, and eventually just flew right out that window. And that's what you did for me, and that's what you do for all the ladies. And I'm just beyond grateful, because that's the exact feeling you gave me.
Hmm.
And it was quite early on in the program, even. And the 12 weeks, how long it is, it gives you a chance to solidify that and just to never go back. I'm in
Hmm.
such a bigger, expanded space than I ever was.
Yeah.
So I
And
flew right
just
out that.
yeah, you did. You did like crazy.
That's what you
And
did for me.
I just love so much that it's how it feels to me too. Just um, you're tapping into kind of the same the way that I feel it too, and it's very much like um, I can see where people are 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 like I can see your divine life. I can see and feel how it feels for you on the other side, but you can't see and feel it yet. And it's just one of the gifts that I love so much to share as a part of Awakened Motherhood that I'm just going to hold that space and keep flowing everything to you that you
Yeah.
need to know in order to guide yourself there. And then you do reach that place. And once you reach it, it's just about dialing it in. It's just about practicing it and getting so used to the idea that, oh my gosh, this is my new neighborhood now.
It's bigger
I
and bigger, 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 bigger till it's
Yeah,
just it's easy and it's the way you do things.
it gets to be
Yeah.
easy, right? My life gets to be easy. My life gets to be beautiful. I get to enjoy it. Um, we get to be healthy. I get to thrive. My family gets to thrive. I get to earn whatever I want to earn. We get to live wherever we want to live. Rather than changing conditions to create your happiness, you're really creating it inside of you first. And then you know anything is possible. You can do and be anything
Yeah.
that feels aligned for you. So
Yeah, and you're holding that space for us and showing us and showing us and showing us and being patient and showing us until we see it ourselves. And as you see the lower modules, those participants coming up, you can see how much you've grown,
yeah.
and you can see them hitting themselves against the wall a bit, and you see them eventually, and they
Yes.
do over and over. I have seen it.
Yeah, that's awesome
That's
too.
what you do for
It's
us.
not just
There's
you.
no way we're not going to see it. You will hold us till we do.
Yes. Yes. And it is
So
a beautiful experience to see.
hard to explain.
Yeah, it's hard to explain. I know. And I just
It's too
appreciate
big
I
to
appreciate you so
process.
much for trying to put language on it, and you're doing a beautiful job. Thank you for sharing your heart and how and how your transformation um, uh, has unfolded. It's been really really beautiful to watch, and so this is what I love to do. It's just so fun to be able to celebrate with you.